When we say AI is taking jobs, are we even asking the right question? A radiologist spends years mastering their eye for detail to spot the shadow of a tumor in a sea of grayscale. But today, a machine can do it much faster, sometimes more accurately. Does it mean that the job is gone, or has it just changed? When we say AI is taking jobs, are we even asking the right question? Here's the important thing. A job isn't a single fixed activity. It's a collection of tasks. Most jobs are not vanishing, they are being taken apart. In other words, the jobs are being unbundled or disaggregated into their component tasks. Rather than the entire jobs being automated, AI is selectively automating certain tasks within jobs, particularly those that are repetitive, structured, or measured, while leaving the other tasks that require human skills. This unbundling is reshaping or redesigning work by distributing which tasks humans perform versus which machines handle. Take a radiologist. Their role includes dozens of tasks, but a few of them are highly learnable by AI. So, the key insight is this: AI doesn't automate jobs, it automates tasks, and only some tasks that are repetitive and structured are ready for machines. The rest, that's where the humans still matter. This idea is based on a fascinating research framework done by Eric Brynjolfsson and Tom Michel at MIT. They called it suitability for machine learning, a way to figure out which tasks AI can truly take over. They analyzed over 2,000 work activities using a 23-point rubric. They gave each task a score from 1 to 5. 5 means it's perfect for machine learning. 1 means it's still very much a human domain. Let me show you how to apply the SML framework to a real job under a minute. This is a web developer role on ONET. Scroll down and you will see a list of the tasks that the job typically involves. Let's take 4 tasks and score them using SML, from machine-friendly to deeply human. Task 1, you see, write supporting code for web application. This task is highly automatable. It's repetitive, structured, and enormous amount of training data exists. I'll give the score 4.5, and then comes to task 2, evaluate code to ensure it's valid and compatible. Still quite automatable. Testing tools and linters already do most of the heavy lifting. Score 4.2. Analyze user needs to determine technical requirements. Now we are moving into human territory. This requires abstract thinking and the domain context. I'll give the score 2.5. And finally, task 4, collaborate with management or users to develop e-commerce strategies. This task is strategic, creative, and ambiguous. Machines can't do this. So I'll give the score of 1.5. You see, even with one job, some tasks are disappearing to AI while others are becoming more valuable than ever. That's the power of SML. Try it on your own job and see what the future is really made of. We understand the real impact of AI is not replacing your entire job, it's in unbundling it. But the truth is more subtle and more dangerous. In this unbundling of jobs, AI takes the parts that are clean, measurable, and repetitive and quietly leaves you with everything else. That everything else might be messy, it might be human, but it's also hard to measure, hard to explain, and sometimes hard to monetize. When machines handle the measurable, humans are left with the ambiguous. Your KPIs change, your role evolves. Sometimes your value feels harder to define, even if it is more essential. In fact, some of the most important human tasks like trust, strategy, and creativity are the least likely to be automated, but also the least rewarded if you don't showcase them well. The companies that thrive won't be the ones that automate fastest. They will be the ones that bundled or rebundled human plus machine efforts most wisely. So what does this mean for us, the builders, the learners, and the dreamers? If you are building AI, you need to know what's worth automating. If you are upskilling, you also need to know what can't be automated. And if you are designing the future of education or work, you need to teach people not just how to code, but also how to think, empathize, and adapt. So here's the question I leave you with. What part of your job is most automatable and what are you doing about it? What part is uniquely human and worth mastering? Because future is not about resisting change. It's about recognizing which parts to let go and which parts to grow that machines can't do.